All right, Garrett, how's this week been, especially with some of the guys that aren't going to be on the offensive line with you, but kind of the continuity going into the bowl?
Yeah, no, it's been good. Obviously there's different moving pieces, and certain guys aren't playing, and guys are stepping into new roles, and I think that's what bowl practice is all about: is giving guys opportunities, and letting guys compete for spots, and we're going to play the best players, and so I think it's. This time of year is great for the younger guys to get these reps, to get prepared, and it really develops, the back half of our program, and also the guys who will make an impact next year who didn't have the opportunity to do that this year as well. So.
Obviously, a Texas Bowl was not the end goal for you guys, but for you, especially a few years ago, you didn't play, and it gives you a year for next year.
Right.
Is it a full circle moment for you?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a full circle for sure. Obviously, it's not where we want to be, but we get an opportunity to play a football game. I get another opportunity to play football with my teammates and wear the purple and gold. So at the end of the day, that's all that matters. So.
Kind of a two-parter because you guys are having a lot of new starters on the offensive line. Maybe how the communication's kind of been there with you and them, and then as far as receivers go, no Mason Taylor in this game. Are there some guys you're excited to see? Like, hey, I can't wait to see what these guys do when the lights come on.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of the young guys. I'm very excited for them. They have a great opportunity, and I think that instead of being nervous about it, I think those guys are eager to get out there and prove their worth and prove themselves on the field, and so I think it'll be fun to watch.
Fans have made some parallels. Your hit against Oklahoma, Burrow, and the Central Florida thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you've heard that before, like your rise to your feet moment.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on?
It was just a football play. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to talk about or even think about it, but I just know that I have a lot of football left in me, and I'm excited to keep playing. So.
And then that bowl game, that he played against Central Florida took him into 19. What can this bowl game? You've already had some great games and everything, but what can this bowl game do to lead you into 25?
I think for more right now, this bowl game is about leading the unit that I have right now, that is around right now, that's here. And getting to work with these guys and build relationships with some of the guys that are going to be playing next year and my teammates next year. So I think it's more of that. I look at it that way more than the other way. It's not my moment to go prove myself. It's not my job. I'm going to go do my best to play quarterback for LSU and put the ball in the playmakers' hands, give guys opportunities, and do what I've been coached to do. So.
And there's also been the talk of look how much Burrow and Daniels both improved as starters from year one to year two. Is that part of the excitement with you? This is the first year you started. You've been here a long time, but how much can you get better heading into your second year?
I've said it, many, many times that I'm always trying to get better. And I said that hopefully I'm a better player in December than I was in August, and I think that's very true. I hope that I'm a better player in August than I am right now. And so just continuing to develop and get better. And one thing I know about this place is I know Coach Sloan and Coach Fitch, Coach Trey, Coach Kelly, they won't let me, not make that step. And so, I know that I have guys coaches around me that is going to push me and help me to reach that next level. So that's the goal, just keep getting better and be a better player in August than I am now. So.
Obviously, you want to get better from year one to year two. Everybody does. But, you've had a lot of guys who do the draft analysts and everything. They had you kind of high up on your board. What was the main thing maybe about this program and you were like, hey, I need to come back?
I think it was an interesting decision, and definitely I had to do my due diligence on the situation. But I felt like the product that I put out there for my teammates and everybody involved with this organization wasn't what I wanted it to be. It wasn't as consistent as I wanted it to be. And I felt like I owed that, to the coaches and who have spent so much time on me, helping me reach, my best, and the players who have busted their tails every day with me. To try and help me, be better as well. So I just feel like it almost like the job wasn't finished. Business wasn't handled yet, and so there's a lot more for me to come back and do. So.
Obviously, this year isn't over with, but is there a moment in a game or a play or one game specifically that you're going to look back and be like, that was kind of the turning point for us in 2024?
I wouldn't say there's an exact moment. I think throughout the end of the season, we kind of went through that rough patch there for those 2 weeks. And I think that, for our program, it kind of showed us a lot. It showed true colors of people that, are no longer here, no longer with us. And, for guys that we are going to build this locker room around and create the culture that we know that we need. And so I think that leads into the type of team we are on the field. And so I think that it was a growth moment for us. I've described it as that before, and I think that it'll definitely help propel us into where we want to go.
Obviously, you're going to lose Kyron, Mason Taylor, C.J. Daniels next year, but Coach Stefan did a good job bringing in a lot of weapons from the portal. What's your excitement level? Maybe play with those guys next year.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm very excited. I think there's a graphic going around of the guys with the speed. I saw that. It's pretty unbelievable. We got a lot of guys that can make plays, and some of them are even already still here. Guys that were already here, and we're going to bring some guys in that'll also make some very good plays, and it's going to be a very competitive room, very talented room, and so I'm very excited. We got so many good players in that room.
Caden Durham was a spark plug for this offense and had a huge breakout freshman season. Did you expect him to have this type of year?
I did. I think I knew Caden was a very, very good player, and so I think we all knew that. And so, and he works really, really hard, and he wants to be great. And so, when you have that type of talent, you have that type of work ethic and that mindset, it tends to lead towards good things, And so I think that the best thing will be he'll probably have an even better year next year. And so I'm really excited for him.
Your dad being a coach, I know you've met a lot of different coaches over the years. Did you ever meet Aranda and know anything about him?
Yeah. I was around Coach Aranda for a little bit. He left right when I got here. And I actually was recruited by Baylor. So I actually got to know him pretty well throughout that. So, I met him a couple times when I was getting recruited here, and then, when I was getting recruited to Baylor. And so, he's a really good dude, obviously. He runs his program a certain way. And he's going to have a disciplined football team. They're on a hot streak right now. And so, I think at the end of the day, we just got to go out there and, like I say every week, just focus on us and focus on doing things the right way, our execution, and I think we'll be just fine.
What does Garrett Nussmeier want for Christmas?
Whoa. Bowl game win. That's what I want for Christmas. Handle business in Houston. That's my Christmas present.
Last one if we got one.
I know you touched on it a little bit, but how was the process of realizing that you did want to come back and play one final year here?
Yeah. It was definitely surreal, just even being in that position to make that type of decision. I'm very thankful, and, God has put me in this position and given me this opportunity and even had that decision for me to make in my life, and so NFL is something I've dreamed about since I was a kid, and to even fathom of making a decision to go play in it or come back to school and to come back to my dream school. So it's like, it's two dreams, and so it was definitely a surreal feeling for sure, and just releasing the announcement, it was crazy, and so I'm full 100% that I know I made the right decision, and I know that like Coach Kelly has said before, we're keeping receipts and we're going to do things the right way. So.
Thanks, Garrett.